we have Gillian and Sam. Now, Gillian's going to be reading a work of hers, and Sam created the presentation that you'll see. Gillian is a graduate of the IO Writers Workshop and is a widely published poet. Her book-length poem, The Palisades, was recently featured in spring 2009 issue of American Poet in their Emerging Poet series. So you're going to hear an excerpt of that this evening. Sam is a poet, illustrator, and founder and creative director of Woolly Fair, an annual DIY art carnival held in Providence, Rhode Island. Here they are.
In the hospital, all nature above the linoleum. No, is that loud enough? Ah. No newspaper, cigarette, teacup. In the bed, not the bed, hovering just above the bed, or settled too deeply, feeling every bar and lump, the sheets snag and weigh. The medicine makes them shake. They pick at the bedding, pluck at the air, at the secrets in their laps. It's all starting to become extra. Figures appear, a lady in a red hat, an ocean liner outside the window, nosing its prow into the thicket of high-rises. He's ready to tell us secrets, and he points her out to us, we who cannot see because we are not ill, because we are not far enough along. The lady with the red hat, the ocean liner outside the window, we cannot know. We can rub up against a shadow and not move until the chill passes, but we cannot pretend, because the dying see us and hear us, even if they confuse our names. We become sick soon enough, become sick and stay sick, and little by little get to notice the nausea less, and less is what's available. We fit one to a room. And one day driving, the sun-warmed snow slides down the rear windshield, and the way the rivulets grow into thick cords of water and keep running make you know that this is the course of a disappointment. This is the pull, this is the commentary you get, that you are not very good and didn't manage enough, didn't get much of anything done except sleep. And you did not learn from this. You refused to recognize traction. You slipped and slipped away. God created me to be a child and left me to be a child forever. I am not what I am to keep. I consecrate this moment by buying cookies. I hate cookies. I don't want to move forward in our ugly age. Hot messes and myopia, a general plague of pawn-staring, headphones, enunciators, no image in the mind of the suffering of others. Medievalists intent on charring everything. Buildings, bodies of women, drapes, walking down the street, answered by blunderbusses and explicit trash and bad grammar, thrown up and mistaken for charm. A scarf keeps the head on. Dirt keeps the manuscripts down in the ground. Newness sets them afloat, visible in air. Unsuitable adjectives dribble at speed out of broadcasts. No more seeds sown at depth. The newbies are over-engineered and wedge two fingers, stooge style, into the eyes. Exploring the limits of synesthesia, the pundit conjures noise enough to discolor the documentary photographs. His lovely assistant enlarges them, presses your nose to the grains of white and black, a lesson in abstract painting. It is important to do a fan dance, to memorize the jingles, and then drive to the mall. Otherwise, you will trigger the final conflagration. And what about the threat of everyone having to wear leotards all the time? Oh, futuristic vision, don't abuse me so. What I feel above all else is weariness, and the disquiet that is the twin of weariness, when it has no other reason to exist than the fact of existence itself. Shambling and slurring, the drunk has been nominated to be president of this moment. Some find their easy yoke by the marketplace's lighted path. Some are the yoke. The shifty stand in sunlight, and when they think no one is looking, run their fingertips lightly over the splinters wedged in at the nape. Tentacular, feigning a soft hairs, unpluckable. If the problem with me remains, no amount of cold drafts or vigorous exertion will excise my imperfections. Stick the worm on, give me a cocktail, but be assured, the deficiency is pretty steadfast, and everyday life its mother. My custom, my characteristics, dallying among martinets, retreating to rummage among various fixatives, postponing this decision about the meaning and purpose of fixatives in the first place. Endlessly paging around, cleaning, adjourning to my chambers, crunching my numbers, summoning up the dead past that I carry with me, pasting photos. The cars in the background mark the vintage, but the hand gestures are always the same. That's where the personality holds. Every old photograph seems to have moonlight in it, even when the subject is afternoon. For the longest time, radio music was intolerable. Cars were for silence. I wanted a message. I thought I wanted to be challenged to a fistfight. I thought I would win. Everywhere I looked, I saw free shells, armory hard. I didn't know what had shut them or when. Move along, do stay back. The incline is at the angle of a fence. The drop is vertiginous, the walls made of chalk, friable. To give someone good advice is to show a complete lack of respect for that person's God-given ability to make mistakes. In addition, you sound like an asshole. The person I want to speak to is gone. You are, in comparison to so much history. Ah! I didn't make it!